How does a kids YouTuber maintain his channel's popularity as his audience grows up? Does he ensure that his content matures along with them? Or does he continue catering to the same age group for the next 11 years until they are no longer interested in his videos? Morgz chose the second option, and instead of working on making his content better, he became forever known for being loud and obnoxious.
That's insane!
But you only have 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I need to get started!
Faking his videos.
Logan, we all know you've done a lot of fake videos. Which one is the fakest?
Yo, how can I even pick one? There's so many.
And stealing content ideas from other creators. And now, after years of trying to cling on to YouTube, he's finally made a decision that was a long time coming. Hi, I'm the internet anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the self-inflicted downfall of Morgz. How he failed to adapt to the needs of his audience, became a laughingstock on the internet for his antics, and how, despite everything, his recent decision could be the best thing that's ever happened to him, even if it comes at the expense of his channel. That said, if you want the best for this channel, all you have to do is subscribe, so hit that big subscribe button and let's get on with the video. Morgz, real name Morgan Hudson, started posting videos to his channel in 2014, and like most YouTubers who started during that time, his first few videos were let's plays of games like Minecraft and FIFA. Now, Morgz himself was just 13 at the time.
Hey guys, Morgan here, and today we have a Q&A because we just hit 1K subs.
So it was only natural that he was going to attract only one type of audience, young kids who enjoyed gaming. A theory that was somewhat proven when Morgz released a video titled Reacting to Hate Comments, where he went on to criticize an apparent 6-year-old for leaving a hate comment.
I swear every YouTuber has received one of these comments from people who look about 6, calling you a kid.
To his credit, Morgz noticed the audience and capitalized almost immediately, transitioning to posting mostly FIFA pack opening videos on his channel, hoping the addictive nature and adrenaline rush of seeing multiple pack openings would keep his young audience hooked long term. And it worked, with each and every new video receiving more views than the last, helping him grow the channel at a steady pace and reach the 100,000 subscriber milestone by May 2016. Roughly just 2 years after he started.
Yo guys, it's Morgz, and today we have my 100,000 subscriber.
By this point, he was consistent with uploads and also started varying his content to establish a personal connection with his audience. The FIFA videos still dominated his channel, but he started mixing in a few short vlogs and dare videos to make sure he didn't become a one-dimensional creator. But even then, it looked like Morgz's subscriber count would stagnate since the hype around FIFA packs was starting to die down. Fortunately for him, he managed to jump onto a new viral trend before that could happen. Pokemon Go. The game that had taken everyone in 2016 by storm became a regular feature of his content, boosting his channel past 200,000 subscribers and, not long after, 500,000 subscribers. This was also around the time Morgz introduced his mum, the infamous Jill Hudson, on his channel, for what looked like a relatively tame mother and son Q&A session, especially compared to the antics both of them would get up to just a few years down the line. But for now, that openness with his audience, plus him consistently uploading Pokemon Go videos, which was really hot at the time, helped him hit the 1 million subscriber mark by the end of the year, a decision that brought him great success initially, but also became a reason for his eventual downfall. You see, when Morgz started making this new style of content, he was just capitalizing on a trend while maintaining personability with his audience, thus ensuring that his channel could cater to both his loyal watchers who enjoyed seeing him and attract a new audience that enjoyed this new style of content. His early challenge videos like Orbeez Ice Bath Challenge gone badly wrong seemed relatively harmless compared to what the top prank YouTubers like the Nelk Boys had been doing. However, while he was still getting relative success, Morgz noticed something that could take his views even higher.
The more, it kind of seemed like the more loud, energetic, intense, crazy I was in the videos, that's kind of what provided the best results. And obviously my main goal, and I think pretty much most YouTubers are, but like, my main goal was always just to like grow my channel as big as it could be. Like,
this idea that an overly energetic and loud persona could get more views took on a life of its own in Morgz's videos, resulting in him coming up with a new over-the-top and at times obnoxious on-screen character in his challenge videos.
On this channel, we just do things. We don't think about the consequences. We just do things.
This turned progressively more loud with each and every video.
Hello guys, and welcome back to one of the craziest videos I'm probably ever gonna make.
Even the videos themselves, which would usually be confined to his home, started becoming more public, like one where he played Floor is Lava in an IKEA store.
I think this mirror's big enough.
The floor is lava.
Oh, not now.
3, 2, 1.
This rebrand bled into his thumbnails and video titles, eventually turning them into pure, unashamed clickbait. And to top it all off, this change in approach didn't just affect him, it affected the seemingly normal demeanor of his mother as well. Someone who felt quite caring and likable when she was first introduced turned into an over-the-top, ultra-competitive character that just wanted to win at any cost.
Guys, what would you do without me? I am definitely the funniest person in the house.
But for Morgz, all these changes were justified if it meant that he could grow his channel, a goal that he'd become so fixated on that he even dropped out of school. He did this after he was asked by his teachers to quit making videos so he could recover his low attendance.
I didn't talk about it much because, like, I don't know if you guys would be that interested, but guys, honestly, doing school and YouTube at a level that I was at, kind of like uploading like 2 or 3 times a week.
In Morgz's mind, school was actually holding him back from reaching his full potential, with him even claiming that he wanted to be nothing but a YouTuber for the rest of his life.
And that did impact my decision a lot. I mean, obviously this YouTube thing, if I leave it and if I get distracted by other things such as school, it ain't gonna help it. Like, for me, uploading videos and also doing school was so damn hard. For me, doing videos takes like, I'd say 10 hours at least for a video. So putting that on top of schoolwork, homework, all the stress that comes from school, it's so freaking hard.
But as Morgz soon realized, both the decision to drop out of school and develop his obnoxious character were mistakes that eventually backfired. This fall-off began in 2017, when Morgz had completed his transformation. His new hyperactive and loud persona had become the meta for his channel, and his challenge videos had become increasingly more over-the-top and cartoonish over time as well.
This is a 3D pen, and anything you draw with it, I'll buy for you.
Really? That's insane!
But you only have 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I need to get started!
However, while Morgz was quite successful in maximizing his views with this new style, he was also boxing himself into a corner, because his content ideas, accompanied by his overly energetic character, weren't enjoyable for anyone above the age of 10. And the internet made sure to tell him about it, with him receiving hate across Twitter, Reddit, under his own YouTube videos, and anywhere else his name came up. This hate became even more intense after an incident where Morgz let his mum fall off a treadmill just to farm some views.
No! No!
Pause!
Fully knowing that it could have easily resulted in a life-altering injury. The gist of what people were saying about him can be summed up by this one comment. Morgz is a dumb English kid who knows nothing but yelling. I mean, imagine a kid who makes his mum fall off a treadmill for money, and his #1 problem is clickbaiting people. Pretty sure the neighbors next to Morgz's house must definitely have soundproofing. In the end, he sucks. Eventually, Morgz and his content also landed in the crosshairs of commentary YouTubers, starting with a YouTuber named Muggy, who made a 15-minute video criticizing Morgz's decision to quit school to pursue YouTube full-time, calling him out directly for thinking that he could do YouTube all his life.
I can comfortably say that I want to spend the rest of my life doing YouTube.
That's not gonna happen, sorry, it's just YouTube's not gonna exist for fucking 60 more years.
This video ended up getting over 1.2 million views, which was pretty extraordinary for a commentary YouTuber at the time. As a result, this kickstarted a trend where nearly every top commentary YouTuber started sharing their own views on Morgz, including YouTubers like DJ Cook, Cody Co.
Someone tell me what the deal with Morgz is. I haven't watched any videos on him. I know that he's annoying, I think. That people have tweeted me before his videos being like, he's so annoying, you gotta do something.
And even PewDiePie.
If you got paused.
No, Morgan! No! No!
Pause!
Oh, yeah! Let's watch that again! Oh, yeah! Again! Again!
Pause!
Yeah! Oh!
Oh my god. This is so awkward. I can imagine filming this with my mom.
Whose video on Morgz ended up garnering 16 million views. All of them called Morgz out for being fake, both in terms of his pranks and the personality that he showcased. However, while it seemed like getting attacked from all corners of the internet wouldn't be ideal, Morgz himself claimed that he loved it and actually enjoyed watching videos of people roasting him.
To be honest, like, this is probably going to sound pretty crazy, but like, I love them really. Like,
Really?
I really like. There isn't really anything I enjoy watching more now than people like ripping into me.
Which might have something to do with the fact that they just brought more attention to his videos. As is usually the case when any YouTuber gets called out by someone bigger than them, all the extra publicity just boosted Morgz's view count even more. It also resulted in the creation of the Morgz Mum YouTube channel, where his mum, Jill Hudson, would create enough content for another set of memes for the internet, and millions more views for her. However, while Morgz seemingly enjoyed listening to most of the hate against him, there was one piece of criticism that started getting to him, which was when he started getting called out online for stealing Mr. Beast's thumbnails, titles, and even entire video ideas. In an effort to defend himself, Morgz took to Twitter to claim that Mr. Beast's own ideas weren't original, and that he'd been copying past videos from other creators as well, prompting a video response from Mr. Beast where he clearly explained the difference between his and Morgz's approach to making content.
You know, when you get inspired, because it's clearly you're getting inspired by me, just switch it up a little bit more. Like, yeah, obviously I got inspired by other people. I wasn't the first to donate to Twitch streamers. Everyone gets inspiration. Just you put your own little twist on it, you know, but if you get inspired by me, just switch it up a little bit more. And yeah. I mean, I don't hate you, it's whatever.
This ultimately ended with Morgz accepting that he was copying Mr. Beast's titles and thumbnails, but still claiming that the videos themselves were different, stating, 100% get where you're coming from though. The titles and thumbnails are pretty similar, but if you watch the actual vids, our styles are completely different. This explanation was enough for Mr. Beast to leave Morgz alone for the time being, with him stating, hey, a sensible response. I deleted the original tweet because I know a lot of YouTubers are making vids on you right now, and I can't imagine it feels good. So I'll leave you alone. Have a good day. However, Morgz never stopped copying Mr. Beast's style even after getting called out, which prompted Jimmy to take another jab at him 6 months after their original exchange, by creating a post on Twitter that read, "My brother isn't an actual YouTuber until Morgz copies one of his videos." This sent Morgz into another tailspin, with him creating another argument thread to point out specific instances when Mr. Beast copied his videos. However, just like last time, Mr. Beast would dismantle his entire argument in one reply by simply explaining how he comes up with his video ideas. This would prompt another response from Morgz reading, "How come my top video is a copy of your Last to Leave series, but your VR video is inspired? And just because you say you're joking and you hate drama doesn't change anything. Just a way for you to push a narrative while still looking like the good guy, even though you tweeted about me." The beef would then continue for several more days, with Morgz ultimately blacklisting the word Mr. Beast from all of his videos and comment sections, which to everyone else meant that he had accepted that Mr. Beast was right without actually coming out and saying it. However, while Morgz was getting humiliated on Twitter, behind the scenes, this beef was actually working in his favor, helping his channel eventually cross the 10 million subscriber milestone. But this also ended up being a curse for Morgz, as it ended up killing his motivation to continue the loud, obnoxious, cringy persona. The same person who at the age of 15 wanted nothing but to make YouTube videos for the rest of his life had become complacent and burned out from creating videos. He had developed a jaded personality where he believed that he'd actually achieved everything, and even mentioned that he could retire at any point he wanted.
I'm at a point now where, like, I don't have to do anything. Like, I could theoretically, like, I guess, retire and stop.
This eventually turned into him having second thoughts about being this overly energetic slop tuber for kids, especially since, in his own words, portraying that high energy persona for every video had become incredibly draining.
Videos anybody could, like, watch and laugh at. It drains you over time because, you know, it ends up with your videos just not being very personal.
Morgz had also started expressing a desire to be more personable with his audience, to make them understand and connect with his true personality, and with the character that he was playing, this just was not possible. So soon after hitting that milestone, Morgz made a decision to abandon his old ways and let his real personality shine. This new rebrand started with a video he uploaded on April 10th, 2021, titled The Real Morgz, where he finally showed his audience the men behind the camera and hinted at the introduction of a more honest Morgz in future videos.
I really hope you guys have enjoyed seeing a different side to me that you've never really seen before, but going forward you will see more of that side because I'm going to be myself way more on camera.
And true to his word, his demeanor changed completely after that video. His audience was now seeing a more laid-back, chill individual who was significantly less annoying. As a part of this change, Morgz even admitted that he faked a lot of his videos.
Morgan, we all know you've done a lot of fake videos, but which one is the fakest?
Yo, how can I even pick one? There's so many.
And also admitted that Mr. Beast had every right to call him out.
So Morgan, there's one more thing I think we need to settle before we move on, and that is the Mr. Beast beef.
You know what? I will hold my hands up and say, yes, I have taken ideas before. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already know that.
By this point, the shift looked incredibly obvious. Morgz had abandoned his overhyped fake persona that only entertained kids to be more authentic in front of his audience. However, even though it was a step in the right direction for him personally, the same couldn't be said for his channel. This was most apparent after he posted a video titled I'm Leaving YouTube, where he explained once again how he was leaving his childlike persona behind to focus on authenticity.
In this new new chapter of content, I'm going to come back and I'm only going to post when I really enjoy it and I really want to, and I'm only going to post stuff that I'm really proud of. I'm not going to force myself to rush back, and I'm not going to force anything, because I've been doing that for so long now, guys. I've been forcing this character, I've been forcing out these challenge videos.
And while that video did manage to get 5.1 million views, his overall views after that point started dropping rapidly. Since he stopped being the obnoxious character that everyone loved to hate, his channel stopped getting promoted by commentary YouTubers, resulting in a lower amount of reach. But there was an even bigger reason behind his decline, and it had everything to do with the type of audience he'd spent years cultivating. He'd spent so long catering to the 10 and under audience on YouTube that his early viewers that loved him for his personality slowly aged out of his content. He had an opportunity to change his content accordingly to the growing age of his audience, but he never did, and it was too late for that at this point. So when the time came to rebrand himself, the only people left on his channel were kids under 10 that didn't have anything to gain from this rebrand. This resulted in the majority of his remaining audience leaving as well, and since Morgz wasn't getting the type of attention he wanted for his new videos, he started becoming more inconsistent, which only made the decline even worse. Now, he still had a chance to get his channel back to where it was by reverting back to his over-the-top fake character, but fortunately, Morgz stuck to his guns, preferring to be his own authentic self even if he had to sacrifice his channel. And as it turns out, that's exactly what he had to do. He seemingly chose to wrap up his YouTube career by the end of 2025. He announced this in a video he uploaded at the start of the year, titled "My Final Year on YouTube," where he revealed that he'd be stepping away from YouTube permanently, largely because he didn't want to sacrifice his newfound pride in his own personality. Naturally, this resulted in an even greater decline in views on his subsequent videos, with Morgz responding by posting even less and letting his views fall to the wayside. Though, honestly speaking, that shouldn't really be a concern for him at this point. He's likely made enough money from YouTube ad revenue over his 11-year career to be set for life. Leaving, ultimately, is the right decision for him, something his remaining audience agrees with as well. In his final year announcement video, Morgz also mentioned that he'd be starting a new passion project of flipping rundown houses for profit.
One of the biggest parts of my life over the last 3 years has been a brand new passion project that I started. I basically run a team of over 20 people. I go out and find old buildings like this, rundown buildings, absolute shitholes, and then with my help, they transform them into luxury apartments to rent or to sell.
So it already looks as though he's happily moved on from YouTube, and his last run of videos is probably for the fans who have stuck by him all of this time. That said, we'll still have to wait until the year ends to see if Morgz really sticks by his decision, or if he continues clinging onto YouTube even when he knows there's no future, especially since creators clinging to the internet even when there's no future isn't exactly uncommon, like Bobby Eltoff, who ruined her life for internet clout. Click the video on screen to find